Hello everyone, Tricko's the name, and this is my video game news cap for the week. Want to get right into it. So Rockstar does actually something really cool. Like Rockstar does a lot of really cool stuff. I haven't really liked a lot about the loot box systems and the more like focus on the DLC online like paid service style games they've been doing. Like come on guys, I want to see DLC content for Red Dead Redemption 2. Like come on guys. Can we get some cool single player content? No, don't focus on online. Online's like I know. Like, to me personally, I would like to see some. But they actually did something really cool. Apparently, a modder actually was able to fix the loading times for their game, like by like 70% or something like that. And Rockstar saw this and was like, "Hey, that's really cool. Here's $10,000." Just for fixing that thing. Thank you so much for fixing our game. Like, this is why I think like modders should be praised a little more than they should have, because they usually can take a game and just fix it and make it really good. Like, look at Elder Scrolls. Like, Elder Scrolls on PC is so much better than any of the console games, and that's because modders can just make the game like beautiful, like make it so great. Something that I don't even think like people at Bethesda could even imagine trying to fix. And it's really cool that that these modders, people who don't really get paid normally, just wanted to fix it just because they love the game. It's kind of cool that these guys not only were able to fix the game and fix like an issue that's actually pretty common in a lot of big games, loading times, but also they got rewarded for it. I feel like Rockstar should pay this guy not only with $10,000, but also like maybe offer him a job, because like if none of their teams were able to figure it out and this guy was able to, then this guy is definitely someone you need to get on your team. Because I don't know, I just feel like he should be rewarded more, you know? Like Rockstar makes so much money from all their games and loot boxes that like $10,000 sounds a lot. I wouldn't mind having $10,000, but I'm pretty sure that they could totally hook him up with some more stuff. I don't know. What do you guys think? If you were a modder, would you be loved if you were able to be rewarded for some of the work you did? I know that I think Bethesda was trying to do some kind of like system in place where you would buy people's modded work and some of the modders would get rewarded, but I heard that it just didn't work out very well because a lot of modders didn't want to do something like that. But what would you guys say? Would you be interested in like working as a modder to fix things knowing that you might get rewarded, or do you think it's just fine just the way it is and you don't have to worry about getting rewarded for something of your work because just fixing the games you love is good enough for you? I don't know, I think it's kind of cool. I wouldn't be able to do modder works because I'm not that smart, but it'd still be really cool. What do you guys think? So on a little bit of a darker news, Activision Blizzard, they laid off about 50 workers, unfortunately. So employees that worked at Activision Blizzard actually lost their jobs, citing that it was mostly because of the COVID-19 situations. I know a lot of companies, retails, everyone is getting hurt by COVID-19, and it's still ramping and getting really, really bad. Now I heard that it's getting better. There's vaccines coming out and more people is able to get it, so I do think that eventually it will get better. Hopefully things will go back to normal soon, but there's a lot of companies taking a lot of hits because of it. I do feel bad for these employees who actually got laid off because of COVID-19 situations, and I really hope that these people are able to find jobs and they're able to make it back up, and hopefully like Activision helps them out, you know, helps them with some of the layouts, you know, maybe be able to pay for certain things, help them find jobs. Really hope that they will take care of them, because Activision must be really hurting right now if they have to lay off about 50 employees. I don't know how many people are working at Activision Blizzard, but I really hope that they like kind of bounce back from this, because apparently Activision is definitely hurting from the COVID-19. Wait, but isn't there another story? Oh yeah, freaking Activision Blizzard CEO gets a 200 million payout. Okay, what? So like, I feel really bad for these employees because I assumed that Activision was hurting, but maybe not hurting that much if they're able to pay out their CEO with $200 million. I feel like with just $1 million, you could keep those people in staff and help them out. Like, what the frick? Activision, what are you doing? Are you really going to do this? Like, oh my god, you guys make it seem like that like you guys are hurting from the COVID-19. You had to let some employees go, and I understand that, and I feel really bad for them. But like to turn around and just be like, oh yeah, we lost 50 people. Oh no, our students was bad. Oh, CEO, oh yeah, you can have $2 million. You know, here you go, hand it to you. Yeah, we wouldn't use it for anything else apparently. That's so sneezy. I know, like, that's so terrible. Like, really? $2 million? Does this guy really need $2 million? Like, I don't know. I feel like you could probably give him $1 million and use the rest of the money to help out your company and your people that work there. Seriously. Like, I don't know what's really going on behind the scenes, but, like, to me, like, Bobby, I guessing you're normally known for being a CEO at Activision, but that's some really terrible things. Like, oh, I laid off 50 people, hopefully they find jobs, but more importantly, I need to get my second yacht. So yeah, 200 million will be perfectly fine for me. I don't want to go too high, you know, because we're suffering from COVID-19 situation, but 200 million might be the lowest I can go. Really, guys? Like, I don't know, it just feels bad to me. What do you guys think? Do you guys feel bad about this? Like, Activision Blizzard, like, that's a pretty messed up move. I knew Activisions were pretty bad, but like ever since they took over Blizzard, it seems like they've been more sneezier than normal. But do you guys still support what happened? Is there more to the story that you want to know about? Let me know in the comments below. I'll definitely do some more research on that for you guys. Another thing I want to wrap up for you guys is some updates. We actually had some really cool video game updates. First update I want to talk to you guys about is the Halo update. So apparently there's some more stuff going on with Halo. It's still supposedly coming at the end of this year, and more things are rolling out for that game. Like there was a stream that happened not that long ago, and they talked a lot about what the game's going to be like. And they answered a lot of really cool questions. They answered questions like how it's technically not an open world game. Kind of knew this already, but yeah, for all those people who don't know, it's not technically going to be an open world game. It's going to be a really big map, big arena, and a lot of things to do with it, like side missions and stuff like that, but there's not going to actually be any open worldness to it, you know, not gonna be like Red Dead style, which I'm fine with. Halo doesn't really feel like a Red Dead kind of game or like a Breath of the Wild kind of game. It is like good first person shooter, and I do like that I can like look at a corner and be like, oh hey, there's a cool mission I want to explore, and I'll get rewarded for it. That's kind of what I'm expecting it to be like. So I'm really excited that it's going to be something like that. But I don't know, do you guys want it to be open world? I don't know. It seems like it would be fine without it being open world. They did also mention some other things. Some bad news to me personally is that there's not going to be any dual wielding, which I feel like is kind of lame. Like I've always like loved the Halo 2 aspect when they brought in two wielding. Like two wielding needlers was so freaking awesome to me. I love that kind of aspect, and for them to remove it is kind of lame. I'm guessing they removed it because they wanted to increment the hookshot arm, you know, because you know Doom guy did it, so Master Chief needs to do it too. I don't know, it seems kind of dumb to me. Like the hookshot is fine, you only need to have like a free hand to do the hookshot, but whatever, I guess they really need it. Also, they actually mentioned that no playable elites, unfortunately. Like I always like the Halo Spartan class better than elites, but I do know there's some people out there who really like the elites. So it makes sense, understandable, I guess. I think they could still increment them into the multiplayer, but apparently it'd be too difficult. So yeah, no elites, unfortunately. And they're also going to increment some 9-day elements, so there's going to be some time stuff, which would be cool because different characters will act differently during night. That'd be like some like Bruce or whatever gonna be sleeping, and then you can sneak up on them or something like that, and different maybe creatures will come out certain times. It'd be cool to see like kind of like a hunter class coming out at night, like stalk like the Master Chief. I don't know, that'd be kind of cool. Also, there's gonna be wildlife, no aggressive wildlife, but there'll be wildlife, so maybe there'll be like a hunting achievement, something. I don't know, but I don't know. That's pretty much all the updates so far. We'll probably see more rolling out for that game as time goes on. I'm really expecting to see a beta of the multiplayer coming out soon. We'll see how it goes. The other game that I wanted to touch up on is the update for Starfield, and really there's not much of an update. It just seems like they're going to announce something during E3 this year. You know, I'm not too excited for it. I'm looking forward to some of the trailers that they're going to show it off for, but other than that, it's just going to be another Nintendo Direct state of play kind of style. But I think this is going to be more focused on Microsoft stuff. So like think of like Nintendo Direct is Nintendo and Switch. State of Play is PlayStation, and E3 is going to be Microsoft, which is fine, nothing too crazy. I'm just looking forward to some really cool stuff. I really would like to see some Fable, but unfortunately it seems like Fable is going to be a long ways away before we see anything juicy for that. The last bit I want to talk about is the update on Cyberpunk. They did like kind of like a little like news show, like talking about certain things. I don't know, it seems okay. Like I just feel like Cyberpunk is trying way too hard to get their fans back into it, which I don't know. I feel like you already kind of destroyed your game. Just help out the people that are still there and just focus on working on your game, which they seems like they are. They are working on some of the bugs that's going on. And apparently they're going to make it so that the cops are not going to just appear behind you just randomly. There's actually going to be some really cool systems in place, and the driving is not going to be as bad. It's going to be a lot more worked out, like flushed out kind of driving mechanics, because it does seem like I'm like you remember the Sweet Tooth mobile back in Twisted Metal? Like how that terribly drove. Like it feels like that when you play Cyberpunk, and it feels like it's actually now going to actually feel like an actual car driving, not just an ice cream truck that blows people up, which actually would be pretty cool to see. But and then of course they added some like recon drones to like assess situations and kind of stuff like that. Like I don't know, like I'm glad they're working on it. I'm glad they're going to try to fix it and anything like that. And eventually I probably will dip back into it after everything's all fixed. Anything like that, so hopefully like it gets really good. But like I just want to see like not them just talking about it. I want to see some like actual action. Like they did show some videos of that actually was really cool, but I wanted to see like, hey, if you jump into the game right now, this is the things that are fixed. You know, I kind of wish it'd be like that, more media, more like stuff to fix up those kind of stuff. But I know they're taking their time, they're trying to fix it. I feel like it's a little too late already, but I feel like they need to get these stuff rolling out as quickly as possible, because they're losing people, and by the time it actually is fixed, I'm pretty sure a lot of people are not going to care too much. But what do you guys think? Are you guys still playing Cyberpunk, or are you waiting for all the bugs to be fixed? Let me know in the comments below, because I'd be really interested in why you're still playing it, or what are you looking forward to when they actually do fix it. That pretty much wraps it up for me today. I could talk about some other cool stuff, and if you want to hear more of me talk about it, let me know in the comments below. I know that like Sony bought out Evo, which is pretty cool, so they actually go into a little more of the fine division of some of the competitiveness. I think that's actually really cool. Now they didn't really buy it, they like partnership with it and kind of stuff like that. The PlayStation VR controllers got announced, which actually looks like more of like a Oculus kind of style, which is what I'm kind of thinking about. The PlayStation VR is going to be a little bit more closer to what the Oculus Quest is going to probably be like. I don't know if you'll be able to play that without the connection to the PlayStation, but maybe you just need a like PlayStation account to play it or something like that. I don't know how portable it's going to be like, but it's definitely going to be more of a style of Oculus. I remember I actually talked to the head of marketing when it comes to Oculus back in one of my manager conferences, and he was telling me that the Oculus Quest, the first one, was about like 7 or 9 years ahead of the PlayStation VR, which is really intense for me. I have Oculus Quest. I actually think it's really cool. I still get sick from playing it, but I don't get sick as much as like I did with the PlayStation VR when I used to play that guy. So it'd be cool to see that like the new futuristic like VR that PlayStation does. I don't know if I'll be able to get it, but it'll still be really cool to see what they do with it. The controllers already look pretty cool so far, and mostly that like Gotham Knights got delayed until next year, which okay, like I was pretty excited about that game. I think it's actually gonna be really cool. I wouldn't mind playing as like Red Hood. I think that'd actually be really fun, but I wasn't really expecting it to really come out anytime soon. Like looking forward to it, but I'm still excited to see some stuff. Apparently we haven't heard too much about Suicide Squad Kills the Justice League, but we'll see how that goes. Like I don't know when that game will be coming out, but hopefully soon. You know, it'd be kind of cool to see what they do with it. I just want to see all the characters for it, and like how the Suicide Squad is going to even come close to taking out Superman. But I don't know, we'll see how it goes. But yep, that's gonna be it for me. If there's any news that I missed that you guys want to talk about, let me know in the comments below. I'll definitely do some research to talk about it later for you guys. Or if there's anything interesting that you guys actually want to talk about that I've already talked about, also let me know. I would definitely love to talk to you guys about it. I'm about to hit 300 subscribers on my YouTube channel, so for those who have not subscribed and you already got to this far, please subscribe. I make these content every single week, every single Friday for you guys. I work really hard on some of the kind of stuff that goes into the research and editing and like that. So it would make me really appreciate it if you guys are able to support me in this kind of stuff, so I can keep making this kind of stuff. But again, thank you guys so much for watching my stuff. Stay tuned for next week when I go and continue on my stuff. And yeah, hope you guys have yourself a nice day. Bye.